Hello friends, last time we have seen preparation methods of alkyl halides from alcohols. Okay, now we are going to see preparation of alkyl halides from hydrocarbons. Okay, that means the compounds containing only carbon and hydrogen. Now they might be alkenes or alkynes. Okay, last year we have seen preparation of alkyl halides from alkanes. Okay, when alkanes reacts with halogen in presence of ultraviolet light or sunlight, it gives a mixture of mono, di, tri and polyhalogenated compounds. Okay, and as these methods gives a mixture of mono to polyhalogen derivatives, this method is not beneficial for the preparation of alkyl halides. Okay, we can see, for example, CH4 methane reacts with chlorine Cl2. By mistakenly I have wrote here chlorine. Okay, but the reaction is CH4 plus Cl2 in presence of UV light or ultraviolet light. It gives methyl chloride CH3Cl plus methylene chloride CH2Cl2 plus chloroform or trichloromethane CHCl3 and carbon tetrachloride. That is, in methyl chloride only one hydrogen is substituted by chlorine. In methylene chloride, two hydrogens of methane are substituted by chlorine. In chloroform or trichloromethane, three hydrogens are substituted by chlorine, and in last, that is carbon tetrachloride, all, that is 4 hydrogens of methane, are substituted or replaced by chlorine, and therefore this method is not beneficial for the preparation of alkyl halides, or it is not suitable for preparation of alkyl halides. Okay, now next one, it is addition of hydrogen halides to alkenes. Now alkyl halides are formed by addition of hydrogen halides to alkenes. Now alkenes contains carbon carbon double bond. Okay, and addition of this carbon carbon double bond across addition of hydrogen halides across carbon carbon double bond gives two possible products if the alkene is unsymmetrical, and if the alkene is symmetrical, then it will give only one product. For example, if we considered ethene, CH2 double bond CH2 ethene. Now this is symmetric alkene, and addition of HCl, HBr, HI across this carbon carbon double bond, it gives ethyl chloride CH3 CH2Cl. If we have taken HBr, then we'll get ethyl bromide CH3 CH2Br. Okay, if we have taken hydrogen iodide, then we will get ethyl iodide. Okay, but now if the alkene is unsymmetrical, now there will get two different products. Okay, and out of that only one product is major while the other is minor. Okay, and to decide which product is major and which product is minor, we have learned in 11th standard Markovnikov's rule. Now what is the Markovnikov's rule? In an addition of hydrogen halides, this is the rule. In an addition of hydrogen halides to unsymmetrical alkene, the negative part of reagent gets attached to carbon atom which carries least number of hydrogen atoms. Okay, that is, Now first one, upon which reagent we are going to use? We are using hydrogen halides. Okay, that is HX. Now these are the polar and it forms H plus and X minus. Okay, and this is X minus is the negative part of reagent, and this part of reagent get attached to the carbon atom which carries least number of, that is minimum number of hydrogen atoms. Okay, if we considered example of propene, okay, CH3 CH double bond CH2. Okay, and if we are going to add HCl across this carbon carbon double bond. Okay, now this carbon atom carries two hydrogen atoms. Okay, while this middle carbon atom carries only one hydrogen atom. Okay, so the chlorine atom gets attached to carbon atom which carries least number of hydrogen atom, and the resulting compound will be major product. Okay, therefore we have written here propene plus HCl. Okay, now chlorine gets attached to middle carbon atom which carries least number of hydrogen atom, and therefore it is major product. Okay, while in other compound the chlorine atom is attached to terminal carbon atom which contains two hydrogen atoms, and therefore it is minor product. Okay, so Markovnikov's rule helps to decide the major product of addition of reagent across carbon carbon double bond. Okay, we'll see more examples of Markovnikov's rule. Okay, now see, we have taken, this is cyclohexene. Okay, and this one CH3. if we consider labeled this compound 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, 1 methyl cyclohexene. Okay, that means at first position it carries methyl group. Okay, now the carbon atom is present in between these two, carbon 1 and carbon 2. Okay, now here all four valencies of carbon atom are satisfied. Here at first position 1 2 3 4, all four valencies of carbon atom are satisfied, and here this carbon atom contains one hydrogen. Okay, and as this contains 0 hydrogen, this contains 1 hydrogen. Okay, that is this carbon atom carries least number of hydrogen atoms, and therefore the bromine atom gets attached to carbon number 1 instead of carbon number 2. Okay, we'll see next example. Okay, now we have taken again cyclohexane which carries exo carbon carbon double bond, that is outside of ring there is a carbon carbon double bond. Okay, now again if we number this carbon atom as a 1. Okay, now this first carbon atom contains 0 hydrogen atoms, while this carbon atom contains 2 hydrogen atom. This is less than this one, and therefore the bromine atom gets attached to carbon number 1. Okay, and therefore the product will be CH3, and here we'll get any halogen, maybe chlorine, bromine or iodine. Okay, see example once again here, cyclohexene which contains methyl group at one carbon atom of carbon carbon double bond. When added HBr into that, then we'll get 1 bromo 1 methyl cyclohexane. Okay, again we have taken here cyclohexane which having a exo means outside carbon carbon double bond, and when HBr is added to that, we'll again get 1 bromo 1 methyl cyclohexane, that is bromine atom gets attached to carbon atom which contains less number of hydrogen atoms. Okay. We'll see next peroxide effect. Now what is meant by peroxide effect? Now when, or we'll see the first statement of peroxide effect. In an addition of hydrogen halides or nucleophilic reagent across carbon-carbon double bond in presence of peroxide, the negative part of the reagent get attached to the carbon atom which carries more number of hydrogen atoms. Markovnikov's rule states that negative part gets attached to carbon atom which carries less number of hydrogens. Okay, but according to peroxide effect, negative part gets attached to carbon atom which contains more number of hydrogens, okay, and therefore now this occurs due to the presence of peroxide, and therefore this rule is called as peroxide effect. We'll see examples. First, if we considered propene, okay, CH3 CH double bond CH2, we are going to add HBr across carbon carbon double bond in presence of peroxide. H2O2 hydrogen peroxide will get CH3 CH2 CH2 Br as a major product instead of CH3 CH Br CH3. So this is peroxide effect. We can consider one more example. 2-methyl butene. Okay. CH3 CH3 double bond CH3. Okay. HBr in presence of peroxide. Okay. Now consider this one carbon and this one, that is second, first, second, third and fourth. Consider carbon 2 and carbon 3. Now this carbon carries one hydrogen atom while this carbon atom doesn't carries hydrogen atom. Okay. Now therefore bromine atom gets attached to this carbon atom due to the presence of peroxide, and therefore will get this one as a major product, and the name of product is 2-bromo-3-methyl butane. Okay. Now one more method is there to prepare alkyl halides, that is addition of halogen across carbon carbon double bond. If we consider X2, okay, that is Cl2 or Br2 across carbon carbon double bond, will get 1,2 dihalides, or we can say it as a vicinal dihalides. Okay. See, the addition of Cl2 or Br2 across carbon carbon double bond in CCl4 carbon tetrachloride as a solvent gives vicinal dihalides. That is, one halogen atom gets attached to one carbon atom while the second halogen atom gets attached to adjacent carbon atom and will get vicinal dihalides. For example, if we have taken propene, okay, plus Br2, we'll get 1,2-dibromopropane. See, from this Br, okay, one bromine atom gets attached to one carbon atom, while the second bromine atom gets attached to second carbon atom. Okay, similarly we can add Cl2, so we'll get 1 instead of this Br2, we'll get 1,2-dichloropropane. Okay, now one more thing is that when alkenes heated with Br2 or Cl2 at high temperature, now this is the effect of temperature, okay, it gives allylic halides. Okay, that means the substitution of allylic hydrogen takes place at high temperature. Okay, therefore if we have considered here propene CH2 double bond CH3 plus Cl2 or Br2, mention here at high temperature, it will gives CH2 double bond CH2 Cl plus HCl. Okay, that means the substitution of, now carbon atom next to carbon double bond, it is called as allylic carbon atom, and therefore hydrogen, it is called as allylic hydrogen, and at high temperature substitution of allylic hydrogen takes place when alkenes reacts with halogens, that means Cl2 or Br2. We can consider this one for bromine also. So if we consider propene CH2 double bond CH3 plus Br2 at high temperature will get CH2 double bond CH2 Br plus HBr. Okay, so bromine atom will comes or bonded to allylic carbon atom. Okay, so these are the preparation methods of alkyl halides from hydrocarbons. Okay, so we will see next preparation methods in next lecture. So